We're live. I love that. This was another situation where I wasn't going to do a show today. I've been gone all day and it just hit me and I want to. I have things that I want to say. So, guys, it's Friday. Friday, Saturday, and Sundays are really not good streaming days, which make total sense because people are busy and they have a life and they're out doing stuff. And everyone except me, of course. Diana H. Hey, Wanda Parks. Thank you, Wanda. Ruth, good to see you, girl. Hey, Tammy, Diane Reese, Mods, seriously, thank you. Hey, baby doll. Let's see, let me scroll back down. Hey, Buffy, Tiffinisms, Kestrel's here. I'm going to get behind. Hey, Anne. Let's see. Lori Helker. I love seeing you, Lori. Hey, old Charlie, Gina E. Still have a headache. I forgot to take an Advil. Having all kinds of weird aches and pains. You'd think that I've been boning because my hips hurt, and I'm not. I think it's just being 40. Hey, Yawn. Hey, West Coast Fancy Nancy. Marissa Martin. Dawn Davies. Yvonne made it. Hey, Sophia. Amanda, dear. Good to see you. Hey, Anita Card. Squirrel Girl. Lori Ellingson. Hey, Woofy. Angel K. I also have no life. Yeah, I get that, Yvonne, on a deep level, especially these days. Kind of liking it. Hey, Rhonda Frank. Hey, Kim. Jana, by the way, rhymes with Dana. I caught that yesterday, and I love that. You're the second Jana I've ever met. I hope I got that right. You said it's like Dana. Let's hope that's correct. Beverly, welcome. Leslie Mosley. Thank you, Gina E. I am too. Marie Marion, Anna Banana. Hey, December. Hey, Lydia Krause. Can't wait for Sunday. Same Z's. I cannot wait for that Zoom call. Susie, welcome. Hey, Peace Lady. Peace Lady. It's a little high, but look what's on my wall. You seeing it? I found that yesterday when I cleaned. I've been unpacking things and I found your painting. I realize it's too high and you can't see it right now. We will fix that eventually, but I want you to know I found it and I thought of you immediately and I love you. Upwardly Vocal. Hey, Ghostwriter. Thank you, Buffy. Hey, Amy Edge. Okay, that's okay, Amy. We understand it. I'm sorry. Hey, Renee B. Karen Tootie Greeny. Eunice, welcome. Liz Tricks. Liz Tricks, we're going to get into that. Malvakai, Cheryl Roberts, thank you. Laura Lou, and I forgot to close that window a little bit. I'm going to have to close it a little bit. It's going to get cold. Hey, Brownie Buttons, I never see you anymore. Good to see you. Hey, Tina McDaniel, Damasio, Teresa. That's okay. You're cooking. I love that, girl. Hey, Armine. Rafi came home from the hospital. I love that. That's great news. Thank you for telling us that. And I'm sorry we haven't talked this week, Armine, but I'm really happy to hear that. Just Jen. Yes, Peace Lady. I told you I would find it. Stephanie Green, Annette Faber. Guys, everything is in just storage in boxes, but I've been doing slowly but surely unpacking some things this week. Deborah Ricci. I was curious where that painting was. I told you guys I had it. Lumen, Joanne Ventrilla. Yeah, it's just Peace Lady. I'll have to have there was something hanging there before, and that's why it's so high. We'll have to bring it down. I just put it there because I wanted to put it up regardless, right? Linda Van Pelt. Hey, Jen. I also have Anna Witt's little painting, but this space is so much smaller than my old office, so you can't see as much. That's all. But trust me, guys, I have your stuff and I cherish it. Hey, Florence, Joanne Hawley, Cece Lady, Rachel, welcome. Little M, Natalie's here. Angel K, Tennessee Weather. Yeah, it's serious. Old Charlie I am, and we're going to talk about that. Janet, welcome. Okay, I think I just caught up. Hey, Debbie A. Yeah, it's really nice here. Hey, Mona. Martha Slemmer, love you, babe. Hey, Layla Bradley. Strange to see you not wearing glasses and wearing black and no color. Hope you're well. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes I wear contacts, just randomly sometimes. Thank you, Yvonne. Me too. Wisconsin Barb, welcome. Hey, Shannon Trim. Hey, Debbie Musto. We do have a topic today, Kestrel, actually. Angie Mo, thank you so much, and I love you. Nettles made it from London. I love that. Hey, Dawn, Mary's Gemini Mind. Laurel, hope you are feeling better. I am feeling better today. There's some things I want to discuss. There's some things I want to talk. Hey, you almost crapped your pants today? Me too. I just barely made it, actually. I had to go to my mom's, which I don't love doing. She came out of her house and she was like, hold on, I have a question for you. And I was like, I blew past her. I was like, I got to use your bathroom right now. I have to poop really bad. She was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, trust me, I don't want to do it either. Hey, Yorkie mom, but I had to. It just happened. I'd rather go there than like stop at a gas station. That would be, I don't do that. I don't even know why I said it. I would never. Rather just crap myself, really. Hey, Sherry Taylor. Oh, Susanna. Thank you, babe. Ann Jones, welcome. Jin, you too. T. Louise G, welcome. So, is everybody here? I mean, it's a Friday night. I didn't even expect this many people. Streaming isn't great. Lori Ellingson. It happens when it happens, Fancy Nancy. You better believe it. I just don't know. I don't, Kim L. I don't know. Malvakai, Meredith Lynn. I just don't really tend to stream on Buffy. I guess I do. I don't know. I don't have a schedule with you guys. I just like to stream every day. I just am used to Friday, Saturday, Sundays are not very busy streaming wise because people are living their life. Hey, Danger Zone. I want to discuss my day today because it felt, what would be the word? Divine? Is that right? It felt that, hey, Kim Hallman, thank you. Reese, your people aren't like others. I think we break the mold and standards just like you. If that's not a fact and the happiest moment of my life right there saying that, my people are not like everybody else. There are people. This is our community. And it's a fact. It's a fact. And I love it so much. No more clubbing on Friday nights because you're 43. Like I said, I tore off my rotator cuff somewhere in the house vacuuming the other day. So I'm pretty sure I've never clubbed before. I've never even been to a club. So I love that, Lumen. Old Charlie. Yeah. Seriously. Like scooping out ice cream. Like I pulled a muscle and it hurts. Like I woke up today and it feels like I've been having sex for weeks with someone Jeff's size. Like my hips hurt so bad. And I'm like, I haven't had, like, what's going on? Why am I feeling that? Why are my hips hurting? Like I've been doing something fun. And it's sad because I just slept wrong. And I guess that's what happens when you hit 40. Wonder what happens at 41. Stay tuned. Trisha Kelly, welcome, girl. That's true, Wanda Parks. That's true. Yeah. It is Friday night. Oh, Susan. It is Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah. You know you're getting, hey, LEJ, Killy Billy, you know you're getting old when you injure yourself in your sleep. That's a fact. My childhood dog Buddy passed away today at almost 14. Wow, Killy Billy, I bet you are broken. I am so sorry. You are in the right place, though, if you want to stick around with us, Killy Billy, and I understand if you don't. But please know that we love you, we lift you up here, and you're in very good company. Because lots of us have lost pets and it never gets easier. I say that every time. It doesn't get easier. I can't even talk about Gertie because she's getting old and I can't talk about it. So, Kelly Billy, I love you and I'm sorry. Truly sorry, my friend. Cassie Mosier, welcome. Hey, Annie Strews. That sucks, Annie Strews. Hey, Char B. Did you guys just hear that baby cow? There's baby cows everywhere and they're so cute. Yeah, Kelly Billy, we're all here for you. Yeah, peace lady, I believe that. Yeah, I'm scared. Getting older is kind of frightening. I didn't realize like things don't stay tight. Well, let's face it, that's good. But like my skin, I don't know, I'm worried about it. Haley Sane. So I want to talk about today. I want to talk about it. BLT32, welcome. Welcome, and I'm glad you made it. Hey, Sandy Kovacs. We're only 10 minutes in. People are trickling in still. Welcome, everybody. And while you're here, please hit subscribe. I don't know where you find it. I still don't even know how to like a stream. When people say like hit that like button, I don't even know where it is. I don't know what it looks like. Jeanette Rexford. Thank you, Hux. Kid is needy. Hey, Critters Creations. I love that. I want to discuss a couple of things that occurred today because I don't know if the word is divine. I don't know those words so well, but it felt very Fred-like. If that makes sense. I am more upbeat. Lisa loves Nike. Thank you. I wasn't this morning. Hey, Piper, I wasn't this morning. I woke up feeling the same. A lot of people texted me and they were like, "Are you better? Hey, Galen, are you better?" And I was like, "No, not yet. Like, I'm just not there yet. I just am not. I'm not quite there. I'm still going through some things. And I want to take you through some things that happened today. If you guys are willing to listen to that, that's a different kind of stream. But I want to kind of go, Rhonda McNeil, thank you. Hey, Robin Miners. I want to go through the steps of today with you because I haven't had a chance to yet. Tammy, thoughts are with you, healing vibes and prayers from people who pray. Not to be a bummer, but my test results are positive for the C word. So lots of appointments coming. Hey, Mare. I love you, Mare. Tammy, we are with you, girl. That makes me very sad. I was having a conversation with someone about that today, and I'm sorry. We're going to get into that a little bit. But Tammy, you are in a very loving place, and we are here for you. I'm really sorry. I can't imagine, to be honest. I'm not even going to try because I can't. Stage 1 is a good thing, Tammy. Hey, Titan Topsy. I never know how to say your name. Stage 1 is a very good thing, Tammy, and I'm so happy to hear that. Hey, Nacho's mom. So I want to kind of go through this. I want to go through this with you guys because it was felt divine. Hey, Charlotte. First of all, I woke up. This is weird. Hey, Jules Rainbow Bunny. I woke up and I can't remember the exactly what happened. Hey, just as I am. Do you guys remember yesterday I was saying that like I wish I could clean up some stuff. I wish I could call some people, and obviously I won't make those calls. I woke up to I have like a roundabout idea of the dream, but I had a really good dream where I had closure with Jeff, weirdly. I don't know really what happened in it. I remember I had a really nice one-on-one conversation with him. And like I full on remember talking to him, like smiling, and we were where we are today, like we were divorced, but I had this dream that it was just very peaceful. Like I got my closure. Whatever happened in this dream, I got my closure because I remember leaving through the door and thinking like, that's good. I'm really glad that went well. And that's when I woke up this morning. And it was really special. Like it felt really good. I mean, I know it's not real. I know it's just a dream. But I woke up with a terrible headache. I've had a headache for days. I can't believe I didn't take an Advil when I got home. So I woke up that way. And I didn't feel much better today. And I wasn't going to do much today. Huxley went to a friend's house, which was kind of neat. He went to for a little while today. And so I had some alone time because he's been on, hey, Rain, spring break. So I pushed myself and I got up and I was like, I'm going to um, get out of the house today. I have to get out of the house today. I haven't really gotten out of the house. And there was something pulling me to get out of the house today. Hey, John. And I thought, well, here's what I'm going to do. Hey, Broken Pencil, where do you usually get your necklaces? That's a toss up. I mean, a lot of my stuff is just old from Kansas City. This was from a really cool place in Tucson. Hey, Love and Life. Hey, Bead Maniac. I've told you guys about her before. Sophie Albertson. She owns a store in Tucson called Mast, Mast. You can look her up on Instagram. TJ Maxx. And this is from one of my favorite Annie Strews. Favorite. Hey, Sassy Savage. Favorite. What do you call it? Gemstone makers, Theodosia in Charleston. The owner is Jenny, and if you go look at her website, you'll see why you love her so much. She makes amazing stuff. But I've collected this stuff over the years. But thank you. So maybe your spirit talked to his spirit, and that's the best you'll get. Sassy, that very well could be. You're welcome, Broken Pencil. You guys know I love gemstone color. I like a lot of color. So I got in my car and I thought, I'm going to go to Chabes and see the gals and sit and eat breakfast or just, hey, Lori Lee, just talk, right? Like just face to face it with some people. I need to get out. I just felt, thank you, life is short. God, my head hurts. I felt pulled. I felt pulled to get out of the house today. So I'm going to walk you through this because it was just very interesting. I started off, it was beautiful today. It was the first thing I noticed. I've been spending a lot of time outside. I talked with a friend this morning and I spoke with her for about an hour. Thank you, Kathy Ann. Thank you, Yadira. I spoke with her for about an hour before I left the house. I actually got in the shower with her. I was like, it's okay, Dawn. I'll be all right. I need to drink water. I said, you're going to have to shower with me. Hey, Catherine B. I love you, girl. And we talked and she said, like, what's going on? I said, I don't feel like talking to anybody, but I'll talk to you. And she was like, well, what? And so I kind of talked to her a little bit about what's going on and it felt better to talk through that. And she kind of gave me some good insights. And she told me about her current relationship. And I'll tell you what, it made me feel glad to, hey, Sarah from Cali, glad to be single, to be honest. And it's not because her relationship's bad. It just made me realize, like, God, I just have a lot that I have to work on for me before I'm ever going to, hey, John, Mommy of Dragons, welcome, before I'm going to sort through stuff with another human being. Does that make sense? Like, listening to her problems, I was like, man, I'm glad I just have me right now to work on. Not good or bad. It just, I was like, I'm feeling in a really good place. Hey, Ozzy's mama, thank you. I'm feeling in a really good place just knowing I only have to rely on me right now. Like I only have to, hey, Lacey, I only have to work on me. I don't have to try to decipher messages. I don't have to try to figure things out with another person. She had an issue with this guy she's seeing. And I said, did you bring it up? And she was like, well, kind of. I mean, I'm going to. And it was just kind of felt red flaggy to me. And I said, look, hey, Maisie, I'm not in a place to give relationship advice. But I'll tell you right now, going into my next relationship, whenever that may be, I said, you absolutely have to be upfront. Hey, Aileen, you have to be upfront, good or bad. You got to be upfront about this isn't working for me, or like, and you don't have to be mean and harsh, right? But like, you have to communicate. You can't expect people to be mind readers. You have to communicate it, even if it's hard. But if it's hard, that's a little bit of a red flag. Right? And I know about red flags. I have all kinds of things in my past relationships where I was like, I can't bring this up. How am I going to bring this up? Nope, that will never happen to me again. I promise you. Hey, Bohemian Luciferian Witch, that's never going to happen to me again. If that makes sense. I am not going to be with someone that I'm afraid to approach about something if it's not comfortable, right? Like if it's an uncomfortable subject, I'm not going to be afraid to come to you. And if I am, I'm done. I will not carry forward with even a friend. I don't even want a friend that I have to walk on eggshells with, that I'm afraid they're going to freak out. So I just made that clear to her. That's kind of a side thing, but it was a good conversation. It made me reflect and kind of take a deep breath and go, I need to do something for myself today. I have to get out of the house, and I'm glad that I'm single. I haven't been single in a long time. And I was like, I'm glad. Hey, Heather, I don't have anybody I have to check on right now. I don't have to report to. I don't have to try to read their weird signals. I don't have to do anything. Hey, Richard Sparks, good to see you too. Yes, Rachel, it feels so good to just focus on myself, just myself, my future, my current life, reflecting on things I did in the past. Like I don't have to go to bed at night anymore going, how am I going to fix this? How are we going to fix this? We're not right for each other. This is a red flag. Let me swallow that red flag. Hey, Viggy Cat, like that's a thing too that I've said this 100 times. I don't set boundaries. I try, and then I move the goalpost. There isn't any of that. I don't have to like it. It is, Sophia. I always kind of thought like, great, we're going to take the single plunge. I got to be single now for a while. It's a good thing. Like as this week has progressed, even I went from like really feeling depressed to like already feeling much more like I'm going to make it. I'm going to be okay. And someone's even going to like me at some point, because I've been feeling that way all week. Like I'm too much. No one's going to like me. It's obvious. Like it's clear to me. And now I'm like, somebody's going to like me, and somebody's going to be like, shit, girl, where have you been? Like, damn, this is everything I've ever wanted. Not only is someone going to like me, that's how they're going to feel about me. And if they don't, then we're not right for each other. Because that's how I feel about guys when I'm with them. I'm like, I'm so lucky. Where have you been? I love this. Somebody's going to do it back at some point, and I don't want it to be anytime soon, but it will happen. Yes, Amanda dear. Hey, DNV. Hey, Gemini girl. The wandering Dutch girl. Did Nope. Did you ever hear anything from that person after that awkward text exchange? No. Dude faded out. That's okay though. Like I'm okay with that too. The reason, yes, oh, Susanna. Hey, P. Taylor. Debbie, what are you doing here? Debbie's like in the Bahamas right now. She sent me a picture. I love you, girl. That's why I titled this, It Doesn't Matter What For. That's not a apathetic title. It's a title of, I can feel any way I want to feel. I can do anything I want to do right now, and it doesn't matter what for. Nobody's going to question it. And if they do question it, I don't care. I'm sitting in what I'm sitting in. I'm feeling what I'm feeling. And all week long, I've been sitting in it uncomfortably. I've been very uncomfortable and out of sorts in my own skin all week. And a gift was given to me today of peace. I felt a lot of peace gifted to me today. Throughout different parts of today, gifts of peace were like handed over to me. And it made me realize, thank you, Tammy. It made me realize not only like, am I going to be just fine? Because I am. Muffet Lou, I've been questioning things. You know this. I've been questioning. Hey, Galen, I've been questioning things all week myself. Why did I pick that person? Hey, Gene Strong, why did I do that? Why did I make those decisions? I've got to travel back in time and figure this out and come forward out a new person. I've got to reinvent. I've got to fix. Not so much. Yes, we have work to do. But I don't need to put significance on it. I don't need to question myself. Hey, Ambry, it doesn't matter what for. It doesn't matter why I made those choices. It doesn't matter because at the time I made those choices, original Anne, I love you and I can't wait to see you on Sunday. Does that make sense what I just said? I buttoned that up for myself. It was a gift to me today. It doesn't matter. I have been swirling through emotions and motions all week of like being really hard on myself. Like, no one's ever going to like me. It's obvious. Like, you're too much for people. Why did you pick that person? Why did he do that to me? Why did he leave me in the dark? Why did he leave me that way? It sucks. And I'm still upset about it. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what for. There's never going to be closure there. Evil blue eye. It doesn't, like, I'm focusing on the wrong why, if that makes sense. Just as I am. Hey, Michael Malloy, it doesn't, that's not so much important. It doesn't really matter. What matters is you feel it, you process it, and you do better. But like sulking in it, sitting in it, marinating in it, I'm not doing myself any favors doing that. It's not a recipe that works for me. And I love that, Sophia. Closure is living. That's right. Closure is succeeding. It's okay, Michael Malloy. I'm glad you're here. Closure is whatever your definition of it. Closure is subjective, just like everything else. But closure to me is living well, moving forward. Yes, Sherry Taylor. So I end this phone call and I just want to go through the day because I haven't really reflected on it yet because I just got home and I want to with you guys. Hey, true to it. I want to go through it with you guys if you'll allow me because it's really, it's very godlike what happened for me today. And I told you yesterday, I've been having conversations with God. I've been trying to clear my head enough. Talking to God is not an easy thing for me. Like, I know people are like, just, hey, Audrey, talk to God about it. And it's like, that's new for me. And it's not easy. It's difficult for me. Hey, Mags, and talking to Fred is easy. And I believe that Fred is like a messenger of God. I believe that Fred is here with God. I kind of put them in the same boat. Thank you, Michael Malloy. And so I've been talking to Fred, but I've also been trying to kind of make contact with God and just like been mainly all week long talking to God. I don't want to say praying. I'm not really comfortable with that word yet. I'm not, hey, Bumblebee, I'm not super, that's a whole other story. That's a whole other content I want to talk about. Actually, prayer is a stream I want to do. I want to talk about it. So I'm not comfortable with the word praying yet. But I've been trying to make contact. Alicia's here. Hey, Alicia, make contact with God. And all week long, I have been trying to contact Fred and God and just start with peace. That's what I've been starting with all week. Like, I feel like there's a tornado, there's a war going on in my head. And I have been communicating that to Fred and God and just saying, please help me just hold on to one thing. Like, please let me just stop spiraling and find some sort of peace, some sort of grounding. And so, I've been saying, like, I want to do it for me, but it would be great, hey, Diane, to get some help from you as well. Just some sort of guidance, something. And it feels good when I feel like I can actually break through and connect. I know a lot of people that are friends of mine have relationships with God and they're comfortable with it because they've had that their whole lives. I'm brand new at this and I'm not fully comfortable yet. I feel God, I feel a connection, but I'm not necessarily there. Yeah, Jan, it's a form of praying. I understand. I'm just not comfortable yet, like being like, I am praying. So I've been really, hey, Brenda, trying to be in tune with God, but Fred, I'm always in tune with Fred. So that's what I've been doing. So I'm telling you that because we get to today. And I want you guys to listen to me. So again, I woke up to this dream of peace. I love you, Alicia. I woke up to this dream that I made peace with Jeff, and it was a beautiful dream. I just can't remember the ins and outs of it, but I remember his face and talking to him, and he was not the person he is in life right now. It was a different conversation, and it was a beautiful conversation. And I walked away from him. I remember saying to him, like, I really am happy for you in your life. Like, I hold nothing against you. Like, I'm glad I met you. Like, I said everything. My phone wouldn't let me chat. I have to leave now, but Tammy, I was stage one. Wow, 15 years ago. Reese has my email if you want to chat. Reese, you are doing great. Thank you, baby steps, and I love you. And I'm so glad that you are cancer free. That's a beautiful thing. I did not know that about you. Thank you. I hope to see you on Sunday. Thank you for your super chat. Um, so I had that dream. And then even though I had this headache, I was like, I just feel compelled to get out of the house. Hey, Emily Brooks. And I thought, I have this headache, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to Chabes, which is that cool place that we streamed at. And I'm going to go see the ladies, right? And I'm just going to sit and chat and see people. So on my drive there, it's a beautiful drive to that place. It's all country. It's all back roads, right? And it's amazing. And I was listening to music, and as much as I'm weird about, I'm a really good driver. Hello, my Danish friend. Like, I don't I'm weird about it. I don't like people who look at their phone while they're driving. I will do it if I'm at a stoplight. If like something happens, I'll real quick do this, but I will not like hold my phone and drive. And I even tell Huxley this because he's getting close, right, to driving. I tell him, I'm like, phone aside, like even just being distracted, like I was telling him the other day when he was in the car with me, like even if you just look at something, like if you don't look straight ahead, somebody could be hitting their brakes in a matter of seconds. So like I'm weird about not looking, even though I look for stray animals on the road, all that. Well, this morning I'm driving and I'm really appreciating like the beauty of this country. It is absolutely amazing. It's stunning. And again, I felt very in tune with Fred and God as I was driving. And sometimes thoughts and like messages come to me, and I always think it's Fred because it's not me, if that makes sense. I've said this to you before. I will get some idea in my head and I'm like, that wasn't me. I didn't think that. It's a message from something else. And I felt that today. And I don't know the entirety of the message. Okay. I still don't really know what it meant, but I kind of gathered it. And it is, Angie Mo. It's beautiful here. And I was driving and I started really crying. And at first I was thinking about Tommy, and I was thinking about just how I didn't know him, and I will continue to never know him. And it made me sad. Hey, Zenu. And Susie with an S, welcome. And I started to think, oh, good. I will see you Sunday. Good. Hugs for all you processing. It is hard, but you are doing great. Baby steps. I love you, lady. Thank you. And thank you again for your super chat. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad you'll be there Sunday. And I get this message kind of like, I start thinking about my dad. And I don't know. I still don't know, really even know how I want to articulate this because I'm not sure. Um, I started to think about, yes, John, that's so true. You know, this is a good way to put it. I started to look at it from a different side of things. You know how I'm always like, I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. It's a trigger word for me because Scientologists, you victims are not, it's a really bad thing to be a victim in Scientology. That's not any shame to anyone who is a victim. It's just my own weird thing and how I was taught and raised. So I always have really stood strong on like, hey, Kelly, thank you. I'm not a victim. Well, I started to look at it from that side of things. And I don't ever want to blame my dad. I'm weird about it. Like, I still hear in my head all day long, a being is responsible for his own condition. And I was raised on that. Very hardcore. Very hardcore. Like, I need you to really understand that. At the age of 5, my dad would go, "You're responsible for your own condition." Like, you pulled that in, right? Like, that's how we're Kara Brown, I'm glad you made it and welcome. There's so much more to this victim mentality that I'm letting on, but my real father, Wanda, my hey Iwa, my biological father, yeah, Joan Craigwood, and so even being small, from as long as I can remember, him and other Scientologists saying like, "Knock it off. You're responsible for your own condition." Like that's been pounded into my head as long as I can remember. So fast forward through 38 years of holding the cans and being in session, you're never allowed to cry in session and reflect on like he did this to me. If you do that, they immediately will pull your overts and withholds. So if I say in session, um, he did this to me as a child, my auditor would immediately say, "So what did you do to him?" That means that you have overts and withholds on him. So you are trained at a very early age that nobody does anything to anyone. You do it to yourself. So I'm very careful to this day, even when I stream, I'm like, it's me, not him. It's hard for me to reverse that kind of thinking. And it just, today, it's so, you human beings, you guys who are humans, have overwhelmed me with emotions because you guys are real. And I'm not used to people uh being so true. I think that's starting to really hit me. It's impacting me in a really good way. I know I've been out for 2 years, but for whatever reason, it's like I'm just now seeing this. And a lot of you have really shined your light on me to look at things from a different perspective. And it overwhelmed me today driving. And I thought, that's not true. That, hey, Margie Bar, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was not responsible for my own condition. He was. And that's hey Kiki, that's interesting for me to view it that way and admit it. But it's true. And I really thought about that as I was going through this beautiful drive. And I thought, um, the message that I got, that was really strong. I got this really strong message. And I've been focusing on my dad way more lately than I usually do. And I think this whole Tommy thing, like, my, really rocked my foundation more than thought. And so it's made me think of my dad a lot. I'm like, what are these equate? Like, why? Why does Tommy, why does this Tommy thing bring up so much with my dad? And this message that I got, like, loud and clear, was like, he left me, literally left me. I mean, he left me all the time, but he left me in the dark. And I feel like I was kind of raised in that way. And then I love you, Tony Suter. It made sense to me. Like, it clicked all of a sudden. I was going around this pretty curve and I was like, it makes sense that I would be attracted to darkness. It makes sense that that's what's comfortable for me. It makes sense that it's like, that's so darkness is what I became. And I'm trying to undo that now, but it really, um, I just, I was like, what do these two things have to do with the other? And it has to do with being attracted to people who have a lot of darkness, have a lot of demons. And I just, I don't know. That's about all I got out of it. There wasn't more to it other than that, really. But it somehow, I felt relief to recognize it and to, um I let go some of the weight that I had been carrying, as far as like, well, it's not him, it's me. I was responsible. I wasn't. I wasn't. And it has shaped and molded who I became as a woman, as an adult. And he gave me some really poor tools to go through life with, or lack thereof, right? Like, or no tools. And it it made me feel some closure with Tommy in particular, because I thought that makes all the sense in the world to me. Why I'm having a tough time with letting go of Tommy, because I had such a tough time letting go of my dad. And I think the two are very similar. I think the two are very similar. Tommy made me beg for his attention most of the time, just like I did for my dad. And when I met Tommy, this is not, Jeff was not this way. Tommy was this way. The two are way more similar than Jeff and my father. Tommy, with Tommy, I saw fireworks, and I saw the same fireworks that I would see when my dad would come home from being gone for a week, and my heart would flutter, and I was so excited to see him. The patterns were very similar in how I feel about Tommy, letting go of Tommy, and how I had to let go of my dad. And both of them didn't offer me a choice. Both of them left my life in did me dirty, made me feel dirty, did things to me that I wish they hadn't have chosen that route, if that makes sense. So it's bizarre because in my mind, the two have been rubbing on each other for weeks. It's been building. Like, why the more I feel about Tommy. Why does my dad come in on me more? Like, what the F do these two have to do with each other? And I'm still unpacking it. I'm not entirely sure, but they've been like bumping up against each other and really rocking my emotions. Katie Fulton, I love you, girl. And it hit me today. And I thought, because they both, I mean, I feel like I didn't get a lot of sunlight as a child, right? Like, I mean that things were so dark. Things were so grim. There was not, I didn't like play with toys. There wasn't a lot of happiness. I'm not saying this so anyone feels bad for me. It's just, it's not the same for me. Growing up was not the same as like what I see in movies or what friends and family have told me, right? Like what people experienced growing up, I didn't experience. It was rigid as hell. There was a lot of punishment. There was a lot of black and white. You do this, it's very transactional, it's very conditional. You get this done, you get this, you move forward to the next round. Like, I will love you if you accomplish this. It's just, it wasn't like, hey, proud of you, good job. It was none of that. And so it makes sense to me a little more. Like, I feel a little bit more closure with Tommy because it makes sense. My mom left when I was 6, true to it. It makes sense why I was so attracted to that. It was darkness. And I feel like I became dark with Tommy. My demeanor and personality. I saw something in a reel the other day, and I was telling my friend this today. This lady says to this guy, she goes, I've been cheated on my whole life. I've always had bad men in my life. And how can I fix it? And he goes, well, let me ask you this. Did you see the red flags? And she goes, well, I mean, and he goes, of course you did. And she was like, yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. I saw the red flags. I ignored them. Why? Because I didn't feel. I would think instead of feel. And I would think through it. There were red flags, but I would talk myself out of them and go, everybody loves him though. He's amazing. He's so loved by the community. Like whatever it is, we talk ourselves out of stuff. That's all that happened there. And when I was a child, I didn't have red flags with my dad because I was 5 and it's what was familiar and common and everyday life. So of course I'm going to grow up and have these kind of behavioral patterns, right? I love you, Mare. You are worth all of this love, my friend. Thank you. You raised yourself, give yourself grace. You are only 2 years out. You're learning to trust your intuition. Be kind to you. You survived a cult, you badass. Thank you so much, Mare. That is such a nice message of hope, honestly. Thank you, Mare. And I love you. And I hope you had a good birthday this week. Thank you, babe, for your super chat. So there was that, right? And that's all I'll say about that because I haven't fully worked through it, but that was on my drive and I started to feel a little bit better. And it makes me feel less hard on myself too. I love you, Mare. It makes me feel less hard on myself. I don't need to be so hard on and then honestly, you know what else it did before I wrapped up that drive? I started to think about all the other ex-Scientologists I know, which is quite a few. And I got really sad for them because I started to really zoom out and see this is, I hear people say it and I see it. And I've seen Leah Remini say it and I heard Mike Rinder. And I mean, you hear people say it. That's how it all started for me, was watching that show. Scientology is a dangerous cult. Scientology breaks up families. And I guess it's just old news to me. I'm like, yeah. I mean, I don't find Scientology as interesting as everybody else because I was raised in it. That's why I don't talk about it all the time. Hey, Peggy. And then it hit me too. Oh my god, it really is dangerous. Like, it actually makes a like, I used to go, "Is it dangerous? Is it dangerous? I mean, I don't know, is it?" Yes. Why is it dangerous? Because we are really broken. It teaches us how to not be humans. Scientology, "Hey, Hux, can you let Seamus in? He's at the front door." Do you guys hear him crying? People loved him because you did. I will stand behind you through challenges and success. Sassy Savage, thank you. I think that's true. And that's from Tommy's mouth, not mine. If you remember, Tommy said the greatest gift I ever gave him is he said, "People see me through your eyes." And I think there's a lot of truth to that. He said it himself. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. Neither here nor there at this point. Really makes no difference. Thank you for being a member, babe. This is a dangerous cult. It has really wrecked me. Like, I'm just now, it's weird that I'm 2 years out. I also believe, I don't know if it's God, I don't know if it's Fred, I don't know if it's the universe, I don't know if it's all 3, okay? But I also firmly believe this. I feel this in my heart that people or we are never given too much, like more than we can handle. And so I feel like Fred has everything to do with this. I feel like Fred every once in a while unpeels helps me to unpeel a layer, because when I realize something huge like this, I'm like, it makes sense. You can't do all this at once. You can't realize all this stuff at once. Like, Fred helped me to get out of Scientology. Great. Fred helped me to go through, find the right therapist. Great. Like, you can only do so much unpacking. And I think it happens over a lifetime. But I do believe that today was very profound. Debbie says, "Do you think you equate the darkness and demons to depth? I've always searched for depth, and it usually comes with some demons." I don't know that I understand the question. Depth, how? Like, the further you dig, the further you go down a rabbit hole? I don't know what you mean, Debbie. Maybe. I don't know that I do equate those two things, though. Thank you, Patty Hartman. Hey, Eric. So I started to really think about that too, and just how much um yeah, here's the thing, Reese. You're taking your power back. The power your 6-year-old self had, I believe that's from God's grace. Probably so. Hey, Dawn Gloves. Thank you, Mags. And it just made me realize, like, how much grace and support that all of these ex-cult members need. Because I really think this this cult did more of a number on us than I've been willing to look at directly. I've always brushed over it. I've always gone, yeah, everybody's got a bad experience. Everybody's been through something. Meh. I've always kind of been very nonchalant about it. Like, yeah, so what? So I was on the cans doing a 6-year-old child security check at 6, asking questions about if I'm attracted to wanting to have sex with animals. Yeah, everybody's been through something. No, no, I believe that that creates some really confused, broken adults that are going to require a lot of extra assistance, and people to be very understanding of where we came from. Because I haven't known all week how to deal with normal emotions. I haven't known how to deal with a breakup all week long. That's not life altering. That should be something that I know how to deal with. And I haven't been able to deal with it at all. At all. I don't know how to deal with it. Other than Scientology, I don't know how to deal with it. And it really shook me to go, yeah, no, I think that we've got I think it takes very special people like you guys to be our friends and support. And I don't think anybody could do it but you guys, if that makes sense. Don Gloves, thank you. I don't think um Scientologists or ex-Scientologists can give that kind of grace. This is why I've said I don't hang out with ex-Scientologists. It's bad for me. I don't want to. Nothing against them. There's nothing wrong with them. It's me. I get triggered because I think when you band us all together, we kind of get into that Scientology mentality, or I do. And I just feel it. Maybe they don't, but it's me, not them. I get too uncomfortable in my skin. It makes me think of Scientology too much. And we're all trained the same as far as like, no, there's no grace in Scientology. There's not a lot of understanding. We're not, hey, Henry's World today, we're not human. They beat the shit out of the human part of us. So we're not, take the emotions, take the empathy, the love, the understanding, the unconditional love, all those things are trained out of us. So you're looking at someone who's entering the human race that is, I mean, I remember Tommy being very uncomfortable with me in the beginning. Hey, Kazri, and this will make you uncomfortable, but when people talked, not now, not so much now, but like heavy stuff. Tommy was talking to me once about somebody unaliving themselves, and I was like, so? And he was like, whoa. And I was like, I mean, who gives a shit? Like, it doesn't process for me the same. It does more now, right? Like, it does way more now because I've been more humanized. I have no choice. I'm out in the human world with everybody now. Like, I'm not around other or Scientologists anymore. So, like, I don't think like a Scientologist as much. It's definitely still there, but if that makes sense, and I'm ashamed of that, by the way. Like, I'm embarrassed to admit that to you guys, but heavy things, who cares? Like, it's just, you're taught to just snap out of it. Let's clear planet Earth. Let's go. Who cares? That person just offed themselves. Who gives a shit? Walk around it and let's go. Get back on course. Get back in session. Get that product. Be productive. All right. We don't have, that's how you think. So I don't know where I was going with that, other than I think I realized today that there's a lot more harm that's been done than I realize. And starting at the age of birth, makes it difficult to look at that, because all this time I still look at those things and I go, so who hasn't been through stuff? Trauma. Everybody has it. Hey, Joel Sachs. That's always been my rationale. I justify it. I'm like, nah. So everybody has something, right? No, not everybody has something like that. Not everybody had their emotions beat out of them to the point where your father was saying, knock off the HENR, human, emotion, and reaction. Human, emotion, and reaction is not allowed in Scientology. That's huge, because we are humans and we're full of emotions and reactions, right? So I realized that today. So that was my next gift. And it made me think about all of my ex Scientology friends out there. And I thought, this is horrible. They have to be feeling it too, even though they've been out for a while. Like, this is tough. This has to be tough. It's a struggle trying to fit in with you guys in the human race, because we are not the same. We're not the same. But it feels so warm and soft, and you guys are so amazing. Like, people who have nothing to do with Scientology are so welcoming into the world, and it's amazing. I love you, Mare. Have a good night, babe. Thank you again for your super chat. And it feels so good out here, and we were told it's evil out here. Stay away from non-Scientologists. Stay away from that world. It's dangerous. You'll get cancer. I mean, that's what we're told and trained to, like, stay away from you guys. Well, now that I'm swimming in the same waters, I'm like, this is nice. These people are great. These people care about me more than anybody's ever cared about me. And that's the truth. So I get to Chabes. Yes, Mags, and I'm happy about that. I get to Chabes and I see the ladies, and I was so happy to see them. And if you remember, the owner, Becky, I've never met except on Messenger. And she wants to go to breakfast, but we haven't done that yet. And her husband just died and she's having a tough time. Well, she wasn't there, but her daughter was. You guys know her, Ambry, and Madison was there. And I just sat and had breakfast. But here's what's weird. I'm sitting there. I order my food. The place was empty. And they were like, it was packed at breakfast time. And I got there at like noon or something. And I'm sitting there and there's nobody there. And I'm just looking around and just thinking about what I just felt in the car. And I was really trying to like let that run through me. And somebody comes walking through the door and I look up and it's my mom. And I was like, and we both didn't connect at all right away. Like she said the same thing I said. Like it took us a second to place that we were where we were, right? Like it was so weird. I was just like sitting there and I look up and my mom walks through the door and she looked at me. I looked at her and it was like, and I went, Mom. And I said, what are you doing here? It was so weird. And she said, well, we had to go drop off some cars. Like we had to go get pick up a car or something like that. And I haven't seen my stepdad much at all because he's been going through he does chemo, but he's been having to do a round of radiation. And so I haven't hardly seen him. He doesn't want to be around anyone because he's basically totally has no immune system, right? And she goes, well, she said he was behind me and we had to pick up a car or something at some garage, some place. They had to pick up the car. It was done or something. I don't know what they were doing. But I said, well, I just ordered food. Were you going to eat? And she said, well, I didn't know I was going to maybe get something to go. And I said, well, do you want to sit with me? Thanks, Don Gloves. And she sat with me. She ordered some food. And I said, this is crazy. This is so weird. And she was like, what are you doing here? And I said, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to get out of the house. You know, Huxley's not home. And my stepdad called her and she was sitting with me. And she said, I came in here and Reese was here. And she said, are you home? And he said, no. And she goes, oh, I see you. You're driving by. And she goes, do you want to come in? And I heard him through the phone say, sure. Hey, whine a little bit more. Well, that was the next gift, right? Because I have not seen my stepdad in a while, like sat down and talked to him. I've seen him from a distance. We've kind of gone past each other, but he can't ever eat again. He's on a feeding tube. And one of my biggest memories with him was eating with him, like in Kansas City, especially. Like he always, always, always took us out to eat. Always. That was like our thing. We would all go out to eat together. And I just want to say, everybody, don't take that for granted because we don't do that anymore. He can't eat and he doesn't want to be in a lot of public places. And I'm not sure if this is true, but I don't know if it's like a form of embarrassment for him because he can't eat. And so I have not been in a restaurant with him at all. And I've missed it. And so he came walking in. Mags, thank you so much for doing that. I love when people gift memberships. It's really kind. Thank you. So he comes walking in, just like old times. And he sat down across from me. And I just was like, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it, right? Like I didn't want to say anything. And I didn't. I just kind of acted nonchalant. But I was sitting there like trying not to cry. I was like, this is amazing that I'm sitting across from him in a public place. Like we haven't done this. We don't do this anymore. And it was so special, and he sat there through the whole lunch. Like, they brought our food, and I just chatted with him, and, I just like old times. I got to treat him like my dad again. Like, I just told him how things are going here and asked him about a lot about the cattle. I always ask him farm questions, and, um, it was so nice to just it was such a gift. I mean, I literally was like, while talking to him, thinking in my head, like, thank you, God. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, universe. Because I've been asking for peace all week, and I've gotten it so far like 5 times already, and it's noon. Like, so many things were like pouring down on me. And I just was like, to sit across from a table with my stepdad like that in a public place, I never thought would ever happen again. Like, I made peace with the fact that that's never going to happen again. And so just sitting across from him, just having a conversation was so meaningful to me. And just getting his wisdom, like, he's so smart. He is such, I mean, he's a businessman. He's a very successful businessman. So I love talking to him and asking him business questions and money questions and like, what should I do with this, or what should I do about that, or anything. I was asking him about my health insurance and like my car insurance and all those things. And it was just so nice to feel that, like, also it validates me so much to have that kind of interaction with a male figure that's like a father for me. Like, to just sit there with him and just be like, so what should I do about this? And him be able to give me guidance. I don't get that anymore from him. And I realize that the window's closing on that because he's really sick. And I know that, no, they don't watch my channel. I know that I'm not going to get that from him much longer. I love you, Joel Sachs. Thank you for that hug. I feel it and I love you. Thank you for your super chat. Bo is dreaming. Yeah, V. McWilliams, a lot of normalcy. It just felt so good to just sit there. Well, it was really cute because I didn't even know he had this car. I was like, where did you get that? And when did you get that? He has a 55 Chevy and it was getting serviced. And I asked him, it's really nice. It's like souped up. And I'd never even seen this damn car. Hey, Catherine J. That was a core happy memory made today. Yes. It's one of those things I'll never forget. Put that in your heart and keep it always. The divine is showing you the truly important parts of life. How blessed are you, babe? Very, very. I love you, Anita Card. And I hope you had a good birthday this week too. Thank you for your super chat. It's true. So we go outside of the restaurant and he's going to go home. And I said, when did you get this car? I didn't even know you had this car. And he said, it's a 55 because that's your mom's birth year. And I said, no way. I didn't even know about it. But I mean, I don't go up and I got to grab a Kleenex. I don't go up and like go through their garage. So I guess it's like covered up in a garage somewhere. And he doesn't drive it anymore because he just goes to chemo. Sorry, I didn't. Hey, Linda, I didn't mute it. This is such a beautiful talk today, Reese. I can feel your strength, growth, and wisdom flowing through your stream. I am so proud of your vulnerability and transparency. You are teaching us about humanity as you share. I love you, Teresa, and thank you for saying that. That's so cool. That's such a nice thing to say. Thank you, babe. Thank you for your super chat. So I took this picture. I wish he would have been in it, but he doesn't take pictures. He doesn't want to. But it's a really cool car. He was in it getting ready to leave. But that's me and my mom. And it's a really cool car. And so I said before he got in, I said, um, I said, is it a stick? And he said, no, it's an automatic. I had it converted or whatever. And I said, really? And he said, yeah. I said, hey, Kimberly in Japan. I said, is it fast? And he said, oh, yeah. And I said, how come you don't drive it? And he was like, I don't go anywhere. I don't have anywhere to take it. And I said, can I drive it? And he said, yeah, it's a 55 Chevy original land. My father had one, my real father. Thank you, Teresa. I said, can I drive it? And he said, depends on where you want to take it. And I said, well, hey, Peggy, I said, can I go to Publix? Because that's really the only place I go. And he said, yeah, but he said, I would want you to park it really far away. I don't want door dings. And I said, can I drive it sometime though? Like, seriously? And he said, yeah, you can. And thank you, Quirky Ween. Mags, God's grace and peace be with you, Reese, chat friends. His love is infinite. Ask and you shall receive. That's amazing, Mags. I'm not used to that feeling, but what else could it be, right? Thank you, Mags. That is amazing. And thank you for your super chat. Hey, Pat Kimbrell. It would look good with my lip stain, original Anne. I'd have to do a more red one. Probably number 93. Yeah, Kim. So he said, yeah, you could drive it sometime. And I said, I have an immaculate record. Like, I don't wreck cars. I was like, could I? And he said, yeah, I would let you drive it. And I said, that's amazing. Hey, Lisa F. So that was really special. And he went home and my mom said, what are you doing now? And I said, well, I was going to go down and do you guys remember that store? Southern Goods Mercantile. Yvonne, I was like, can I go to Publix? That's really all I do is go to Publix and buy Huxley popcorn chicken. So my mom stayed with me and we went down to that store and, yeah, Dad, can I borrow your car? And I said to him, I said, I might want to catch a boyfriend someday. Like, can I take it for that? And he was like, yeah. I said, if that doesn't catch me a guy, like, I don't know what will. Like, down the road, can I borrow it? But I think they're supposed to borrow hot cars, right? For a date, not the other way around. Hey, Lynn Arundel. But we go into the store and Christy, the owner, has been wanting to meet me. Well, she wasn't there today, but if you guys remember when I was there a week ago or whenever I was there. Okay, Emily Brooks. Her daughter was there. Well, she was there again today. And I found, hey, Linda McMillan, I was in there. And do you guys remember the denim they had when I streamed there last week? Oh my God. Well, I've been wanting a new jean jacket because the one I have is like really outdated and it's kind of long. So I found a jean jacket. It's a vintage Gap, just a Gap jean jacket, but it's really cute. And it's shorter. It's like a cropped jean jacket. There's a point to my story. Hey, Ray. That would be cute. I need to put a scarf over my head for when I drive that car so I can look 100 years old. That's great. I'll attract a 100-year-old man. And look at this top I found. It doesn't have a name. I think it's homemade. Isn't this pretty? I'm totally going to wear this. I tried it on. Isn't this amazing? You guys know I love color. And it's got really pretty sleeves and it's embroidered. Like, that's real. And so I got that. So her daughter, do you guys remember this story when I was there last week and they gave me this and they gave me the necklace? Do you guys remember that? Hey, Kaz. I was going to check out and she gave this to me, like, and they gave me a necklace, right? So I go to pay for the jacket and the shirt and I'm getting ready to walk out and my mom got something. I can't remember. Oh, she got a top that I found for her. The girl hands me a bag like tied with like pretty ribbon. And she goes, "My mom thought that you would love this and wants you to have it." And I was like, really thrown off. I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, my mom wanted you to have this." And I was like, "Really? Like, you guys already gave me stuff. I don't need you to, like, it's amazing what you already gave me." Bye, Audrey. Love you, girl. I know. Thank you, Mo. Hey, Geoplanet Jane. So I said, "Really?" And she was like, "Yeah, really. My mom wants you to have this." So I get home and I open it and I'm shocked. I texted the woman. I'm still blown away by this. If who knows, I love this brand. It's an incredibly expensive brand. I have one article of clothing from them that I got years and years and years ago at a store in Weston, Missouri. Who has heard of Magnolia Pearl? It's an amazing brand. It's it's very like whimsical stuff. Um, it's incredibly expensive. It's insane expensive. The only thing I have from them is a t-shirt because their t-shirts are $100. And I have one. I have one t-shirt. I've always wanted a Magnolia Pearl jacket. But they're like 500 or 600 bucks. They make a dress, like a t-shirt dress that I've always wanted. They're like $400. It's insane. I don't own any of that. But yeah, Martha Slimmer. Well, I opened this bag and it's a Magnolia Pearl t-shirt. And they're supposed to have holes in them. But I mean, it still has the tag on it. It's got, she said, "This reminded me of you." And I love the color. And they always do different designs on their shirts. And it has a heart. It's just a heart. And I was blown away by this because once again, these people already gave me stuff. Plus, these t-shirts are insane. They're $100 a piece. Magnolia Pearl t-shirts have one price. They don't change their prices and they never go on sale. So I own nothing other than a t-shirt I got years ago. But it has a heart on it. Oh, I see. Is that an F? Okay, yes. Look, look, look. I didn't even see this till just now. It has an F up at the top right here. It's a gas tank gauge. It has an E at the bottom. See it? So it says full. Heart full. Oh my God, I love it so much more. That makes me think, hey, Mandy Pandy, that makes me think of all the times recently that I said I feel like my heart grew like the Grinch. I just now saw the gas tank part. It's full. Oh my God, I love that. I didn't see it that part of the design until just now. Oh, I love it so much. Full heart. Grateful heart. People can be so beautiful, Bumblebee. I really, really felt it today. Yes, original Anne. Thank you for your super chat, Bumblebee. It says it right there. Cotton jersey, full heart tee, boyfriend cut, Magnolia Pearl. It's incredible. It's amazing. And I love the color. I love this color. Yeah, Renee B. So that was just like add it to the list, right? Like add it to the list of like just what I've been asking for all week is just like the gift of peace. I have been really rocked by this Tommy thing. And it's like I said, it's really touched on my father, and I've been very much a mess over that. And so, like, waking up to that dream was enough, right? Like, that was amazing. Having that moment with myself and God in my car today was such a gift. And I was like, thank you. Then I go to the restaurant and my mom walks in. Then I get to sit with my dad for an hour and just enjoy his time. I never get to do that. And then we go to this store and she gives me this. And then I come home And I'm embarrassed, Liz, because it's sitting in a water jug because I don't have a vase, but my mom said she'd give me one tomorrow. Liz Tricks sent me flowers today when I got home. I did not expect this. She put the nicest note and just said, because I can't be there to hug you. She sent me flowers and she sent me chocolate covered strawberries that are in my refrigerator. And I love you, Liz. And thank you, Kaz. And thank you for being a member. Thank you for sending support. It's hard to, it's unbelievable. That's all I can say. Like, if that doesn't, I've always been told in Scientology that like there is no God. And not only there is no God, but don't even look that way. Like, don't even question it. There is none of that. It's not like you're going to get in trouble for it. But whenever I would bring up God, I was shut down immediately with the idea of God. And I've always had questions about God, but I could never ask them. And so when was it, guys? A few months ago, I just had this like weird experience all on my own. And I felt this like strong, much bigger than me, much bigger than you type feeling of a message, which was something to the effect of, it's nice to meet you. I have been here all along, but you were never allowed to meet me. But like, I know that the window was like closed and the blinds were drawn, but like not anymore. It's open now and like we can have this like open relationship with each other. I've been here all along. That was the message I kind of got. Like, I'm happy to finally meet you. It's kind of basically how I felt. And it felt very Fred-like. It wasn't scary. Like, I always have been a little intimidated by God. And I felt less intimidated when I met Fred, because I told you guys this yesterday. Whenever Fred would talk about death, and I would go, don't do this to me, I don't want to talk about it, he'd go, sweetheart, when God pulls my name out of a hat, you just go home to God's house. It's no big deal. And it always relaxed me. Like, I always think of God as intimidating, very scary, very just bigger than us and frightening. And I always felt calm when Fred would say that. And I felt even more calm when I felt that introduction a few months ago of like, welcome. It's not scary. And I've known you all along, but you've never got to know me. And ever since then, I have been the Tommy thing kind of burned me a little bit with God because, like I said, Tommy and I prayed a lot and he talked to me about God a lot. And it doesn't coincide with what happened with Tommy. That doesn't mean he doesn't believe in God. That's nothing toward him. It put a bad taste in my mouth. Amazingly enough, the flowers were supposed to arrive yesterday. Oh my God. And were delayed. And now I know why. That's amazing. I love you, Liz. Thank you for those flowers. Thank you, more importantly, just for your friendship, because I said this to Liz today on a text. I said, thank you. And I said, they're beautiful. And it made me cry. I said, you're an incredible friend and you care about me so much. I always feel that from you. I never worry that you're going to leave my life. And that's huge for me because I always worry about that. Thank you for seeing me and still accepting me. I truly love you. That's what I said to Liz because it's true. Liz, for whatever reason, has been someone who I've never worried about leaving me. I always worry. I always, when I meet someone, whether it be a friend or a relationship, I imagine the expiration date because I know it's coming. Like I know at some point they're going to leave. That's just inevitable. Like it's going to happen. I'm going to be too much. I'm going to do something to harm it. Something's going to happen and they will leave my life. And Liz has always been someone ever since I met Liz in person, I immediately started bawling when I hugged her. And I felt it then that this woman isn't going anywhere. And if anybody would be leaving me, I would think it would be someone like Liz because she is so classy and very Christian woman, but the true meaning of a Christian. So I always feel like Liz would be the first to go because I'll say something offensive. And it would be like, she'd probably leave gracefully and be like, this just isn't for me anymore. You know, you're just a little bit too much for my style. But it's the opposite. And I felt it strongly. And I just knew this is one. If I'm left with 5 subs, Liz will be at the top of the list. Like if everybody leaves, Liz will still be standing. I just felt that from her that day. And I know that there's tons of you like that, by the way. It's not just Liz. I know there's tons of you. But that's like my automatic thinking. Thank you, True to It. My automatic thinking is like, when will this end? This will come to an end. I know, Buffy. Liz Trix is incredibly authentic, Anne, and so are you. Kestrel. Oh, Reese, how beautiful. What a day of well-deserved miracles. There are no coincidences. I love you. Jenny Stout, there are not. And you make me think of something else. Jenny, thank you for your super chat. Thank you, Tiffany G. So I'm leaving Chabes. By the way, I'm at Chabes today, guys. I don't know who the hell's going there. No one's reaching out to me. C-Dub. But when I go in there, Ambry, the daughter who was there last week, I said, so I heard like you guys are doing good. And she goes, people come in here daily and say, hey, we're friends of Reese's, or hey, we're from the stream. And I was like, what? And she goes, daily. She goes, I have people from where I know Anita from More Trace. She said there, who was it? Some lady, she named her. She goes, she's coming in here like every day going, has Reese come in? Reese, I come in because of Reese. And I was like, hey, Wendy Brewer. I said, you have locals? Who the hell is watching my stream that lives here? And she goes, I've had people daily coming in here saying that they watched your stream. And I said, that's absolutely crazy. Never heard of anything that crazy, but I'm happy for you guys. It's amazing. So I got Huxley a loaf of banana bread. I'm kind of excited to try. And I had my sandwich. And I went to leave. And I'm walking out into the gravel parking lot to my car. And I see this lady far away. And she goes, Reese? And I was like, oh, there's one of them now. I don't know who this is. And that's the thing with you guys. If I do run into people, this happened with like Kim is Blue in Clearwater. I think I've only met people in Clearwater that recognize me, but I have no idea who the hell you guys are, right? I don't know what you look like. So this lady goes, Reese? And I was like, no, it's not me. I was like, yes. And she said, hey, Angie, we love you today, tomorrow, and the next, and the next. I love you, Angie. I love Angie Mo so much, babe. Thank you for that. I can't wait to go back to the flea market with you, honestly. And, oh, Joel, Some of the stuff I've told you, only my therapist knows. I trust you even though I've never met you in person. Please smile. You are loved. That's true, Joel. And I never would share it. And you are one of probably close to 50 people that have said that to me. Like, I've only shared this with my therapist and you, and know that I would never, ever, ever talk about it. So thank you for trusting me, Joel. I'd love to do a meetup, C-Dub. So she goes, Reese, and I said, yes. And she goes, it's Becky. And I said, hey, Laura. I said, Becky who? I have quite a few Beckys, honestly. It was the owner. It was the owner of Chabes. And it was amazing. And she's so sweet. And I stood outside in that parking lot with her for probably 45 minutes. And she cried and I cried. And she went through the whole motions of losing her husband, Gary. She just lost him in January. And she was like, I'm a total mess. And I said, that's absolutely understandable. And I'm here to listen and, whatever. And she said, I'm going to start crying. And I said, well, don't push yourself. Right. Like, cause she was like, I've already cried a bunch today. And I said, it's okay. Like, I don't give me any information right now that like is too much. Just do what you want to talk. Just say what you want to say. But like, I just don't want people to feel like they have the pressure of having to tell me something. Right. But she told me, and it was such a sad story, and it made me cry about my dad. And I told her about my dad's cancer and how hard that's been. And she understood because Gary just died of cancer. And we really connected. And we're going to go eat together sometime soon. And something really cool that she told me she's doing. And I said, that's amazing. She said, I'm going to start fostering. And I said, dogs? And she was like, no, kids. And I was like, why? I would, if I were going to foster, obviously, I would be welcoming in the four-legged creatures. But she's going to start fostering kids. She was like, I'm going through the paperwork. And she was like, I'm getting on it real soon. I said, that's incredible. And like the highest, coolest thing you could possibly do. Not something that I will ever be doing. I am not as good of a person as you guys think I am. However, I would take any dog to foster. But the children will not be welcome at my front porch. I will turn them right around and march them back that way toward Becky's house. However, I think that's amazing. And I think that's such a cool human thing to do. I'm still on the Scientology end of things when it comes to that. There's only so much I can soften, and some things will remain hard, guys. Some things will, and we're just gonna have to deal with the friction. Okay. If y'all aren't, may I suggest you and your family record videos, yes, of your dad telling stories of his life. That's going to be tough to do. He doesn't like to be on camera, Rachel, but I will recommend that. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, Yvonne, I was like, why? I said that to her too. I said, animals like dogs? And she said, no, children. And I said, why? You mean you're going to have to get up and feed the children? Absolutely not. Not in this house, guys. Sorry, not in this house. Yeah, but she goes, I'm allergic to animals. And I said, okay, well, don't hug me then, because I'm surrounded by them. No, she was amazing though. Jenny Stout, this is my new favorite color, number 88. I didn't even know it existed, girl, and I'm loving it. I'm really loving it. Yeah. No kids for me. I said, what age? And she was like, teenagers. And I said, perfect. What's your address? Because I'm going to drop Huxley by. I said, just bring him home like midsummer. Just kidding. I said, he's the best kid ever. I would never. Maybe a little break. Again, joking. We needed a joke break. Yeah. So again, that was divine. Like meeting Becky, getting to know her. By the way, I'm going to go back there and possibly stream next Friday, Thursday or Friday. If you guys would like to come along with me, I think that would be wonderful. If you would like to come, but I love that place. I want to continue to support them. You guys are so cool for supporting them. She said, thank you again. By the way, you can order the biscuits. Oh yeah. Her daughter sent me a menu. Lisa Kelson, I think, ordered a bunch. I want to say Raymond's ordering some stuff. Christy Hughes ordered some stuff. Oh my God. I'm not going to read this whole damn list, but you can order cookies. She sent me the list. Oh, she sent me all the different kinds of cookies. You can order fudge. You can order, I just saw it. Oh, biscuits. Oh, crap. I forgot to buy Huxley a biscuit today. That's what I forgot. I did get him a loaf of banana bread though. I love that. You got a belly laugh out of me. Run the world. What's the name of the restaurant? Chabes. And they have a Facebook. It's okay, Wendy Brewer. And the mods can put up their Facebook. There we go. Yadira just did. Thank you, Yadira. And their balls are really good. The Oreo balls, they have peanut butter chocolate balls that rocked my world. And then they have, I haven't tried them yet. What are they, guys? Help me. Somebody help me. Help me. That's a good idea too, RL. Strawberry cheesecake balls. And then she let me sample today. She is Katie Fulton. She let me sample. Holy crap. I'm not even a huge banana lover, but they have banana pudding fudge. Banana pudding fudge. And I tried it and it really did change my outlook on my future. I'm probably going to sleep better tonight because of it. Have you ever tried some sort of food and you're like, my future is bright? Like, no matter what happens, the outcome and the outlook on my life has changed. And that's what happened today when I tried that. But yeah, thank you for supporting them. I think we'll go back next week. And that was my day. And then I came home to Liz's flowers. So I want to say, what would be the word? Divine? Would it be divine? I don't know what, but it is certainly gifts from above, right? Like there's no question to me. That's not coincidence. Like there's no question to me that I was gifted what I asked for all week, which was just some form of peace. Yeah. Hey, power lies to paralyze. Laura, just put on a caftan, girl. Throw on a caftan. You'll look adorable. Reese, Dr. Hassan says Scientology is the hardest cult to recover from. Probably true. So someday you may want to broaden your scope of ambition to being out in the world and helping make things better. I think I'm trying to do that now as best as I can, Jane. But thank you, girl. Throw on a caftan, babe. Okay, Catherine J, I will. Call it fate. Absolutely. All of those things. But I am very grateful because there's no other way to look at it. There's no other way to look at it, right? Like for me, there's no other way to look at it. I'm thankful to God today, to all of you. Like it's just all fell into place. And I've had a rough week. Not that the rest of you haven't, right? I'm not trying to downplay that, but like I've had a rough, emotionally very tumultuous week. I've been asking and racking my brain, like, why this, why that, going down rabbit holes. How come? How can I make this? Like, it's so many open-ended effing questions. Yeah, bead maniac. Kid, what do you know? Do you want to come up here and talk to us? But I'm looking at things very differently now because I was gifted that peace. It definitely was gifted to me today. I don't know the answer to that, Butterfly Morph. Yeah, Katie Fulton, praise be to he, girl. Woofy, gifts from heaven. Yeah, Heather, you always say you're too much. To the right ones, you're just enough. So that's the other thing, Woofy. I thought about that today and it actually laughed out loud. I am no longer feeling like I'm going to be too much. I'm just right for where I need to be. Like I was thinking this today, somebody out there, it may be years from now, it may be a year, could be who knows when, but somebody out there, kid, what are you doing? All right, I'll let you out. Somebody out there is absolutely going to be like, damn girl, where you been? Where have you been, girl? Hand it over. and let me keep this. And what are you doing now? I don't have that. That's the other gift of peace. Yes, my tribe. Like I'm not. I don't have anxiety about it anymore. I'm not sitting here like all week long to. Now what are you doing, kid? What kinds of things are you up to, kid? Let's show these actually, because this tops it off right here. Is Galen in the chat? Galen sent me these. What did she call them? Lithograph? I've never heard of that word before, and I don't know what it means. This is a friend of hers who made this. Read this message. Sorry, I've been like crying and swallowing snot. All I can say is thank you for all the times you kept seeing me until I was big enough to see myself. All I can say is thank you for all the times you kept seeing me until I was big enough to see myself. Does this not totally put into words my channel? All of you, every one of you. Does this not put that into words right there? Because it does for me. This is exactly the message that you got. This is the gift that you guys have given me. I say that all the time. Yes, Woofy. Isn't it, Katie? I wish Galen was in here, but she probably left. I wonder if she'll be in the Zoom call. Isn't that amazing? She also sent me this one, and I love it. On the day you open your heart to a dog, don't be surprised when the whole rest of the world starts to fit in there too. Isn't that amazing? I love it so much. And Galen, thank you again. These are so cool. I need to get frames for them. If you guys want to know who made it, looks like there's a website. flyingedna.com. Right there. Sorry about that. Yeah. Hey, Gogo the Greek. This is 100% my YouTube channel. All I can say is thank you for all the times you kept seeing me until I was big enough to see myself. That's what I tell you guys every single time we end a stream. Thank you. Thank you for your wisdom and your friendship and your time, because 600 people have been sitting here with me for almost 2 hours on a Friday night. So that outweighs anything bad. It's all good. And I know now I'm going to be just fine. Spiritually and emotionally, I'm going to be just fine. And I'm going to continue. Mandy Pandy, I love you. I'm going to continue to bring all these friends into my circle, and all the right people keep coming into my life. And someday there will be an amazing guy who just goes, where the hell have you been? Like, I've been praying for this or hoping for this or whatever it is. And I won't be too much, and it won't be scary, and it will be natural and organic, and I won't be afraid. It will fit just right. And I'm not worried about it. It will happen. I love you, Jason P. Rebel Rowdy 6. What a wonderful day you had. I'm a lurker, but this is amazing. So I thought I'd come out for a bit. I love that. I was going to say, I don't recognize your name, you little lurker. Thank you for coming out. Thank you. And thank you for your super chat. I love that. I hope that you talk again sometime. Goes both ways. We thank you for your wisdom, friendship, and your time. Anne, never thought about it that way, but I love you. Thank you, Anne. And living in the absence of fear is priceless. And I saw something. It's funny that you say that, Angie Mo. I saved something today. Where is it? Hang on. I love this. I love this. Fear always shows up when growth is right in front of you. Walk forward anyway. Keep going. I love that. Fear always shows up when growth is right in front of you. Walk forward anyway. Keep going. I almost stopped this week. Like, ask anybody who's been reaching out, texting me. I've gotten a lot of messages saying, this is not like you and I'm very worried. Thank you, Eric. I haven't wanted to talk to anyone. It's been a really different week for me. That's why I say the only word I can come up with is disorienting as hell. I was out of sorts and very disoriented this week. I was not myself. It is not like me at all to go, I don't want to talk. I'm the opposite. You guys, you know this, right? So it's been a little scary for me too. And so I have literally had to kind of like reorient myself and go, Fred, God, universe, I don't usually call on you, but like I need some help. I need some guidance. And the thing I need most is peace. I need some form of peace to come into my life. Jamie Palmer, I love you, girl. Thank you, Chrissy Twig. And thank you, Annie Strews. Sorry about your foot. That's what I got today. It started waking up this morning to an amazing dream that I had about Jeff. And the peace just kept rolling in. It just kept coming in waves like the ocean. It just kept like rolling in. And every time I was like, thank you. And I couldn't believe that like another gift of peace came to me. And then my mom showed up and then my dad showed up. And I was like, this couldn't get better. The thing with my stepdad was the best. Kid, Sam, I didn't even know you were in here. Thank you, Sam. That's amazing. Thank you for gifting memberships. I'm going to let Kid out. Kid. Oh, sorry. This dress is kind of short. Sorry for showing that much leg. I'm not really that sorry though, am I? Email me. Yeah, it just kept coming. You already have peace. It's called Huxley. Well, 100%, Richard, but that's one aspect, right? I was having a lot of like mental breaks this week as far as like, what am I going to do outside of Huxley? I know how to be his mother, and he's an amazing kid. Sam, you sure do, you little lurker. Fear, face everything and rise. I love that, Liz. Guys, absorb that. Legs for days. Are you kidding? I have Chihuahua legs. Come on, guys. Come on. That's great. Oh, you thought I was in a nightie? Is this too short? I've been wearing this all day. Is this too short? Let's look at my jean jacket real quick with it. It's hot as shit in here. Is this too short? Is this too short for a 40-year-old? Uh-oh. What about with this? Look at how cute this is. I like how short. It's short. I'm going to roll the sleeves. This is a cute jean jacket. I think it's from the 90s. It's like really vintage Gap. Is it too short? Annie Strews? Are you really? Put underwear on? I'm wearing underwear. I always wear dresses this short. Is that an issue? Is that why I only attract guys that know how to F? Because I really do attract those. I'm going to miss that, honestly. Yeah, I think this is super cute. I like the wash. Did you see my cooter? Surely not. I'm wearing undies. I'm wearing black undies in case the wind blew up my skirt and showed everybody in the tiny town of Wartrace. It's a late 1980s jean jacket, I can tell. Really, Kestrel? That's awesome. Well, I like to show it off. I mean, nothing's free, but I like to show it off. I hope so, Anne. You guys, I went out all day looking like this. Now you're making me introvert a little bit. You didn't see my cooter. I mean, we're not getting any younger, guys. Can I still wear short dresses? Uh-oh. I hope that's okay. I was going to try to snag the next guy like by summer in one of those. No, I will say this. I need a thigh master. I need something like that. I was looking today and I've been walking every day. I walked with my dad today also. That was amazing. Looking at my thighs, they're getting really jiggly. Oh, good, Jane. I love that. Um, like really jiggly. Thanks, Shell. I hope I do look bangable. Um, what do I do about that? Can I get like is there like a thigh master? Is there something I can do? Hey, Laura Dupreet. Where did I buy the jacket? Ewa, I got it at that store. We're going to go stream there next week. They have like a whole rack of jean jackets. That store called Southern Goods Mercantile. Walking, Woofy, I walk every day. I don't even know what Pilates are. I just know what the word is. Squats. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to break anything. Lisane. I mean, my health insurance isn't that good. I just want to do something where like, hey, Joel, I love that. Really, Joel? Would you really? Or are you just saying that? Joel's like the only man in the chat. Well, Michael Malloy, but we know that he has the hots for me. He's pretty upfront about it. Thanks, Joel. Dang, son. I didn't know that. My sweet little South American. No, you're from South Africa, right? That's not the same place. I'm not really sure where it is, but south. It's in the south of Africa. Michael Malloy. Yeah, this is cute. I can even button it. It really fits me nicely. Okay. I love that, Joel. Thank you. So I still got it. The thing is, I have to find a guy that's still good at boning, but like you don't want the best you've ever had guy. Who saw that movie? There's a movie. Doesn't Maya Rudolph say it in a movie? She's like, you don't want best sex you've ever had guy. That guy came from prison. And I was like, oh, that didn't age well because that's true. That's true. Best boning experience I've ever had guy came from prison. And bless that because we will miss those moves. Those were amazing. But here's the thing. I'll remember those moves. And so when the next guy comes along, I'm going to be like, hey, do this. Trust me, it works. Right? Amanda. Oh my God. Amanda DDX16. Who are you? I don't know you. I don't recognize you in my class. Thank you for your giant super sticker, babe. Dang, girl. Thank you, Amanda. Oh, it was from Trainwreck. That's right. That's Heather Carr. Yes. She's like, you don't want best sex you've ever had, guy. That guy's in prison. And I was like, ooh, that didn't age well. That's true. Why are they so good at sex when they were in prison? I don't know that I want to know the answer to that now that I think about it. Forget I asked. I don't want to know. Don't answer that. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Amanda, thank you. That's enormous. And I appreciate it so, so much. Amanda, where did you come from? Why don't I know you? Thank you. Michael is a male listener from Omaha. Do I know you? I'm from Omaha. Surely we know each other, Michael. Michael, would you think that I'm cute? Just wondering. I was trying to cheer her up, but it took 20 minutes to get the super chat to work. Amanda, thank you. It definitely cheers me up. I appreciate it so much. I'm very, very grateful for it. Thank you. Wow. Yeah. Henry's World. I'm a highlighted member for 4 months, Henry's World. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being a member. Michael Malloy show. Dang, he's flirty. You guys did not see my undies. This dress isn't that short. Even if you did, they're cute ones today. They're really cute boy shorts. Reese, just do you, Reese. It's like wearing a swimsuit. You just work it. I love that, Downs mom. I love that. I'm a single male, old Charlie. From where? What the hell is that? Oh my God, I see a picture of a kangaroo. Are you in Australia? Why did I think you were in Michigan? I thought you were in like some down home place, like just a normal American, like Detroit or something. I had no idea. Of course you're cute. I grew up here. You have a very Omaha vibe. Michael, I love that. Michael, I went to Beals Elementary, if you know where that is, on Center Street. And Michael, if I ever go to Omaha, if you're single, I would like to go to La Casa Pizza. That's my favorite pizza ever, La Casa, on 44th and Leavenworth. That's where I grew up, Michael. We saw your cute knees. Thank you, Geoplanet Jane. My knees aren't ugly yet. Thank you, Oz Fanatic. Kid, why are you back in here? Thank you, Katie. Woofy, you're adorable. You know what else, Michael, I love? If I'm ever in Omaha and you want to take me out, depends on how old you are, but and if you're single. I'm being awfully presumptuous here. I'm sure you're like happily married. You ate there a week ago? Okay, don't rub things in, Michael. I also would like to go get some cheese tortellini from Sergeant Pepper's on Saddle Creek. Would you mind? You don't mind, do you? So I want to, okay, so there's, when I go to Omaha, Michael, I have to get La Casa pizza, of course, right? It's a given. La Casa, cheese tortellini from Sergeant Pepper's, but we have to be close to a bathroom that I'm comfortable with because I'm going to crap my pants. You know, I've only been to Spaghetti Works once, which is weird. I also love the Upstream Brewery. My dad used to play pool there all the time. Michael, stay with me now. Bruegger's. I love Bruegger's bagels, and Kansas City didn't have them. When I would drive to Omaha, Michael, I feel like just Michael and I are in the room now. Everybody's leaving. Michael, Marlugo. When I would drive to Omaha, I would buy 3 containers of jalapeno cream cheese from Bruegger's and drive it home and keep it and put it on Triscuits. So I need you to know that as well. So if I'm in Omaha, were you going to take me there or what? I lost him at Crap Your Pants. You live on 120th and Center. Okay, so that's far, and that wasn't around when I was little. But my dad bought a house on like 144th and Center, like way out there by that Costco. Candlewood, that's where he used to have a house. He doesn't live there anymore, so I can say that. Michael, you live in the ritzy part. Just let me know. I'm ready. How old are you, real quick? Because if you're like 17, that's illegal. But if you're like 22, that's also not going to work for me. I love Bruegger's bagels. Oh my God. I could go for some La Casa pizza. Dial up that oh shit, you guys, he's 58. Ooh, my pulse just increased. Michael's 58. Michael, are we Facebook friends? I'm up for it. 58 is kind of where that's a young 58. You know what's weird? I was just saying to my friend today, I said, I don't think I'm going to get with old guys anymore. And she said, what does that mean? And I said, I think I'm going to stick to guys in their 50s. And she said, no way. And I said, yeah, because here's the good news. Michael, you quit Facebook. Well, how am I supposed to know what you look like? How tall are you? Why am I buttoning this? Because I'm getting nervous and uncomfortable. I feel like I'm on a date already with Michael. That's true. Chow Yun Smut, this is true. When I die, I want my ashes put into a La Casa pizza box. As a matter of fact, the last time I was at La Casa Pizza, they had a tornado, Michael, and I was sitting up. He's 5'9". Well, Fred was 5'8". I could make that work. Oh, wait, no, I can't weigh more than you. Michael, you weigh 165? Yeah, you're just a little guy. I don't think that's going to work. Sexually, you have to weigh more than me. I don't want to I can't be breaking things, I don't want you to be out of breath because I weigh more. But you know what? I'll go get some tortellini with you, like 100%. We can go get nachos at Fernando's. I love Fernando's. What was I saying? Michael Malloy, stop it. What was I just saying? I love his point of view. I'll rock that. Do you like the chubbier girls? 165, dude. I weigh 20 pounds more than you. That means I can't sit in your lap. I don't know. I feel like that's 58. Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. And then I guess we'll stop talking. I'll get off the stream. It's been 2 hours and you guys are starting to get uncomfortable and I can tell. 58. So I think I'm only going to date guys in their 50s. Please reject kindly, Michael. I think I'm only going to date dudes in their 50s. Here's why. Sexually, totally great. I know this because of Tommy, but also they can still travel and they're not going to die anytime too soon. I feel like 60s, Katie Fulton. I feel like we need more guys in the chat. Where are all the men? We need to get more men in this chat. I need I need to practice on something. So does Katie. Um, Marlugo. I hate Einstein bagels. I hate them. No, they had them in Kansas City. Here's the problem, Marlugo, and I'm disappointed in you for this. We'll have to talk about this offline and in a chat, in a text. Their cream cheese is whipped. Marlugo, what are you doing with your life? Like, I look up to you. Okay. Like, you're the girl that has it all together. I expect better. And I think that if you had a Brugger's bagel with the regular cream cheese, that you would feel differently. Okay. And I stand by that. Thanks, Molly Dixon. But I mean, I'm not gonna shame you too much, but like, we'll talk about this offline. But thank you for your super chat. Michael's leaving. Wanted to reach out. Have been a listener for a long time. Thanks for the acknowledgement. Have a good night. Sorry I hurt your feelings. I tend to be too much. Sorry, Michael. And I really do hope to meet you sometime because I would love to go back to Omaha. I'm from Omaha. I'm not tiny at all, true to it. I'm chubby. I'm thick through the middle. But I like that he would rock that. And that is a start, guys. That is a start. I like that he said he would rock that. Did anybody else get turned on by that? Or was it just me? Thanks, Muffet Lou. I know. I really like this jacket. It was a great decision. I love bagels. And I'm doing Kegels right now. So, Michael, if that tells you anything, I guess he already left. But hey, Lemster. Gross. I hate Einstein bagels. Who eats whipped cream cheese? Honestly, it was sexy. Michael doesn't feel that way. Hey, why do we think we don't like you? My BFF mails me burgers, cream cheese, and bagels. You've got to be kidding. How? Michael's still here. Hey, sorry I probably hurt your feelings. This is probably, Michael, why I'm going to have more of like a friend with benefits situation that can't stand me than a real boyfriend. Omaha is centrally located for a meetup. I'd probably have to fly there, Liz, but I could do that. That's not a problem. You're right. I'm not too much. Probably. Randomly, Tiffany, where has this been all my life? I think we were twins in a past life. I love that, girl, and I hope you're here to stay. We would vibe pretty well. That's cute. I love that did you say you're from Omaha? It doesn't matter because you know Omaha really well. And see, I don't. I only know old Omaha. I used to go on Leavenworth. Do you remember Woolner's? They moved it and now it's like super cool. Wait, was it Woolner's? What was that tiny store across from the German bakery on Leavenworth? Wasn't it Woolner's? That's where my dad used to take me all the time to buy our groceries. And I just have memories of that. I don't know what that is. Rudolph's Barbecue? Nope, not about the cream cheese. All about the consistency of the bagel. Mar, I respectfully disagree. And again, we'll have to talk about this on the Zoom call. I still look up to you, but I am disappointed in the fact that you'll even eat whipped cream cheese. But I love you, Mar, and I love your super chat as well. Thank you. I love whipped cream cheese. I can't do that with you. We will never go out for bagels. Grew up here, lived in Phoenix for the last 20 years. Interesting, Michael. I love Omaha. I love it so much. And there's no way you're 185. I am. I mean, I don't have a scale, but I'm pretty sure I'm 185, give or take. Might be a little more. Who's in charge of planning the meetup? We need at least 30 days to plan a flight. Well, hey, Ty's channel, we need at least 30 days also. Because flights are expensive otherwise. I mean, they're expensive anyway. Where do you guys want to do a meetup? And then I'll sign off. I always feel bad for going over 2 hours. It's such a weird thing. Like the 2-hour mark for me, I start getting nervous. I'm like, I gotta go. It's been too long. Yadira, and you're hot as hell. Don't be losing any weight. You better keep it. No. And I don't like sugary cream cheese either, Lori Lee. No way. Palm Springs would be fun. I don't do sugary bagels or cream cheese. Like I'll never eat a blueberry or a strawberry bagel. No, I need a spicy, like an Asiago cheese with some jalapeno. Like no. Bye, Kim. I'd love to go to England. Where do you guys want to meet up? I would be happy to do a meetup if we plan. Kid, what are you doing with your life? Kid. Kid, your head is stuck. Your head's stuck. Your head. Kid. Here. There we go. Wow. How tall am I? I'm about 5'5", just barely. What was I saying? Oh, if Chow Yun Smut is still in here, I would like to I don't eat salmon, Kathy Ann. Oh, there she is. I would like to do some kind of a meetup where it's like a 3 or 4 day thing. Like honestly, I think it would be really fun. Bye Mandy Pandy, love you girl. Thank you, Kim. It was an amazing day. I would like to do a meetup where we kind of we were going to do that cruise, but I'm not a cruise person, but if we could do a meetup somewhere, I would be totally into that. So we need to pick a place and I would be happy to do it. It'd be cool if we could do that like twice a year, but cost wise, we'd have to see how much flights and stuff are, but it would be really cool. Bye, Lacey. I would like to do one in California because there's so many people. Thank you, Lemster. I do too. This is a really cute jean jacket. Interesting, Katie. Cricket, we got to figure something out. We got to figure something out, guys. I would really, really like that. It would be amazing. It would be good for our soul. We need to all hug, maybe even possibly do some kissing, depending on who it is. Like we need to do a meetup. Look at your previous comments. How far back are we going? Oh, another thing to add to your divine day, chatting with someone who is from a familiar place. That's true. Michael is he's from my hometown. Does a lighter jean jacket go with dark jeans these days, Jamie Palmer? Absolutely, girl. Katie Fulton, let's do it. Kid, I'm tired of your nonsense. No one wants to listen to it, though. And that's your problem. She never used to do this. And now all of a sudden, Kid is really chatty. All right. Everybody think about that. We will stream again. And I want everybody to think about where we want to meet up at. Okay? Please. Kid, that's probably more than enough, honestly. Yeah, Kathy, and it's a lot. Can you guys think about that? We'll talk about it on the next stream. I'd really like to see Nashville. I would totally do Nashville. Let's start with Nashville. Whoever can come to that. But I would be happy to fly to another city and we all meet up if we could plan it. Chow Yun Smut can help. She's sleeping, Jamie. The real you is showing again. I love it. Keep healing and rocking this life. I love you so much. Anita, I feel exactly the same about you, babe. Woofy, thank you. I love that you were here. Hey, Tampa A. Kid, that's enough. Anita, I mean that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I agree with you too. I'm starting to feel it. And thank you for your super chat. Boxer is very vocal when he wants to go outside. Yeah, it's a new thing. Hey, Colleen. It's really frustrating. Thank you for your super chat, Mar. Guys, I love you all. Today was incredibly special, incredibly divine, and I'm glad that you could be a part of it with me. That's what I wanted to share with you. I had to hop on this stream and share every single thing that happened to me today because it was unbelievable. Like you almost wouldn't believe it. I almost don't believe it. It was so special. And it just makes me think like we're going to be fine. This channel, my life, my future, all my friends, like I couldn't ask for more. I have such a grateful heart. I love you guys. Mods, I love you guys so much. Thank you. I mean it to everybody. I love it here. Chow Yun Smut. You guys really mean the world to me. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And I should be back tomorrow. Thank you, Heather. Heather, I hope I see you on the Zoom call, girl. If I'm not back tomorrow, I will see you guys at some point. I mean, I have the Zoom call Sunday. I won't stream on Sunday because our Zoom call is usually so long. And I hope everybody who's a member is going to come to that because I look forward to seeing you, except Alana. She's in Italy and showing me pictures and it looks amazing. Molly, I would love that. So I love you guys. I mean it. Thank you for staying with me on your Friday night. Thank you for your time, your super chats, your memberships, gifting memberships. It means so much. And it really, really helps me and Hux. So thank you. I never expect it, but I appreciate it. Heather, good. I'm glad. I'm glad I'll see you. Muffet Lou, I hope to see you on Sunday, babe. Lori Lee, I'll probably see you on Sunday. I love you guys. Thank you. Tampa A, thank you for coming back. Woofy, I love you. And Liz Tricks, everybody, thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for the good conversation. Please hit subscribe on your way out, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. I love you all. Good night, Buffy. I love you, babe. Katie, you know it. And here comes Fred, everybody. Thank you.